When I Googled, is KURT SCHRADER, just to see if he'd made a decision yet about running and where and all that, the first thing that comes up, just auto-populates, is KURT SCHRADER a Republican? Can you tell me why people might be confused about that?
So that's a very good question, because right now, and per my comments before, communities are hurting, and we need to work together to focus on solutions and helping people. That's the job right now, period. KURT's failing to do that job. He's part of this group that he's technically a Democrat, but he has been doing more to empower Republicans who are undermining the efforts that Democrats are trying to move forward. And you know, it's not even about party line. There are elected officials, there are leaders who are trying to move our country forward in a positive manner to address the challenges we're seeing around climate, get us out of the climate crisis and address that, our working families, and get people on solid footing again, provide enough support so that families can recover from the COVID economy and get back on track. And good government. There's some basic good governance, but also protecting our democracy. It's really that fundamental. And in all three of those areas, he has fallen short on leadership, period.
Why are you the best person to represent the 5th District?
Because it's not actually about me, it's about the people of the 5th District. And I'm focused on that. And I'm accountable to that. You know, I've never taken big pharma or fossil fuel corporate PAC money, because that does get you off track. You mentioned KURT before, and he's actually heir to big pharma and gets a tremendous amount of money. I think his total is like at $600,000 at this point. It's not true to say you can take that kind of money and it doesn't impact your vote. I've just, earlier this year, there was a vote that came up for him around enabling Medicare to negotiate drug prices. In other words, dropping drug prices for all of us. He voted no. He was the decisive vote. He voted no. He's also getting a lot of money from big pharma. And so there is that personal interest. In my case, I'm focused on addressing the biggest challenges before us. My family, I understand kitchen table discussions, because that's what my family has to do. That's what we've always had to do, is address those problems on an individual level. And the folks I've listened to across our state, that's what they're facing. That's what I'm committed to solving. And I've got a bunch of ideas. I'm actually working on an affordable housing home ownership project here in Oregon and another part of the state, and helping out with that right now. So creating solutions for families is really critical. And then also that we ultimately protect our democracy. When there was the insurgency in January, on January 6th, and Democrats were talking about another impeachment of the former president because he essentially tried to overthrow our democracy, KURT referred to that potential act as a lynching of the previous president, to impeach him for essentially trying to overthrow our government. That's, first of all, that you have no understanding of what the word lynching means to BIPOC communities if you're using that language. And second of all, if you're not absolutely horrified that our government can be overthrown, then you need to step away, sir. That's really the takeaway from that. So this commitment to people, this understanding of the district, the ability to show up and listen is what Oregonians want, and it's not what we have now. And I really think I'll be able to best serve the 5th Congressional District by just the approach I've used my entire life and my entire public service.
Well, a common theme over your many, many years of service is your belief that one should leave the world better than you found it. Jamie, thank you for your service. Thank you for running, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for your time, for this conversation, and really for your focus on good governance. It's what we all need to work for. And also thanks, that was a quote from my mom, so I appreciate mentioning that.